Admiral Lisa Carter stood on the bridge of her flagship, watching the screens with growing dread. 3 massive fleets had appeared at the edge of the solar system, within minutes of each other. Each fleet was bigger than anything humanity had ever built. Each one could destroy Earth 10 times over. "How many ships are we looking at, Amy?" Lisa asked her science officer, Dr. Amy Rodriguez, who was bent over her scanner trying to make sense of the readings. "The largest fleet has over 2,000 vessels, Admiral. The second has 1,500. The smallest still has 800 ships. They are all different designs." "I do not think they are working together," Amy said without looking up from her instruments. Lisa felt a cold fear settle in her stomach. Earth had only 47 combat ships, and most of those were patrol vessels designed to chase pirates and smugglers. The newest and strongest was Captain Nicole Brooks' ship, the Valiant, but even that was like a toy compared to what was coming toward them. The communications system crackled to life. 3 different signals were trying to broadcast at the same time, creating a mess of static and alien voices. Amy worked quickly to separate the signals and translate them using the computer systems. The first signal came through clear. The voice was musical and seemed to come from something that thought it was very important. "Primitive humans of the 3rd planet. I am Zarathel of the Velthari Empire. Your species will surrender to us within 72 hours, or face complete destruction. We claim this system for our empire. You will serve us or die." Before Lisa could respond, the second signal broke through. This voice was harsh and filled with clicking sounds. "Weak flesh creatures. I am Cassandra of the Zek Coalition. We do not offer surrender. We take what we want. Your world will feed our young. Prepare to be consumed." The third signal was different. It seemed to come from everywhere at once and made the lights flicker on the bridge. "Carbon-based life forms. We are the Mordun Collective. Your energy signatures are compatible with our needs. Resistance will only delay the inevitable absorption of your life force into our network." Lisa looked around the bridge at her crew. Fear was clear on every face, but she also saw determination. Humans had always been good at fighting when their backs were against the wall. She opened the ship-wide communication channel. "This is Admiral Lisa Carter of the Earth Defense Fleet. We received your messages. Earth does not surrender to anyone. If you want our world, you will have to take it, and we will make you pay for every inch." The alien responses came quickly. Zarathel sounded amused. "Your courage is noted, Human Admiral. It will not save you, but it is noted." Cassandra made clicking sounds that might have been laughter. "Good. Pray that fights back tastes better." The G.I.D. Mordun response made the ship systems flicker again. "Your defiance is irrelevant. We will begin harvesting your outer settlements immediately." Lisa cut the communication and turned to her tactical officer. "Major Kate Sullivan, what do we have for defensive positions?" Kate pulled up star charts on the main screen. "Our Mars colonies have some defensive platforms, but nothing that could stop fleets this size. The asteroid belt mining stations have small weapons, but they are not military grade. Earth orbital defense has our best weapons, but still nothing compared to what we are facing." "Amy, what else can you tell me about these 3 fleets?" Lisa asked. Amy had been studying the alien ships with every sensor they had. "Admiral, I think we are in the middle of something bigger than just an invasion of Earth. These 3 fleets are not just different designs, they are actively avoiding each other. When the Velthari ships moved closer to Mars, the Jek fleet shifted to block them. The Mordun are taking position to intercept both groups." Lisa felt the first spark of hope she had felt since the aliens arrived. "You think they are enemies?" "More than that, Admiral. I think they hate each other. I am picking up weapon signatures pointed at each other, not just at us. They all want Earth, but they do not want to share it." Captain Nicole Brooks' voice came over the communication system from the Valiant. "Admiral, we have movement from all 3 fleets. The Zek are heading for Mars, the Velthari are moving to intercept them, the Mordun are heading straight for Earth." Lisa made her decision quickly. She had 47 ships against 3,000. But she had something the aliens did not expect. She had enemies who hated each other as much as they wanted to destroy humanity. "All ships, this is Admiral Carter. We are going to split our forces. Nicole, take 15 ships and shadow the Velthari fleet. Stay out of weapons range, but make them know you are there. Kate, take 20 ships to defend Mars, but do not engage the Jek directly. Let the Velthari and Jek fight each other first. I will take the remaining ships to deal with the Mordun advance on Earth." "Admiral, that leaves us badly outnumbered. On all fronts," Kate pointed out. Yes, it does, Major, but we are outnumbered anyway. Our only chance is to make our enemies fight each other while we stay alive long enough to figure out how to win this. Amy looked up from her station. Admiral, I am getting reports from our deep space monitoring stations. All 3 alien fleets have stopped their advance. They are taking defensive positions against each other. Lisa smiled for the first time since the invasion began. It looks like our uninvited guests are more worried about each other than they are about us. That gives us time to plan. The next few hours were a nightmare of preparation. Every ship in the Earth Defense Fleet was checked and rechecked. Every weapon was loaded. Every pilot was briefed. Lisa knew they were about to fight the most important battle in human history, and they were probably going to lose, but she was determined to make the aliens remember humanity. As the fleets moved into position around Earth, the 3 alien forces began to probe each other with long-range weapons. Brilliant flashes of energy lit up space as shields deflected attacks. The Velthari crystal ships fired beams of focused light. The Jek vessels launched swarms of biomechanical missiles. The Mordun energy beings created gravity wells that crushed anything that came too close. Lisa watched the alien battle begin and realized that humanity was about to become part of the greatest space war in galactic history. 3 ancient enemies had met over Earth, and only one would be left standing when it was over. Her job was to make sure that one was humanity. Dr. Amy Rodriguez had not slept in 3 days. She sat in her laboratory surrounded by alien wreckage that Captain Nicole Brooks had managed to collect from the ongoing space battles. The 3 alien fleets were tearing each other apart while trying to capture Earth, and Amy was learning everything she could from their destroyed ships. "This is incredible," she said to engineer Mia Chen, who was helping her analyze the alien technology. "The Velthari use crystal matrices to focus energy. The Jek grow their ships like living creatures. The Mordun do not even have solid ships, just energy fields shaped into hull forms." Mia was examining a piece of Jek bio-armor that was still trying to repair itself even though it had been cut away from its ship. "Amy, look at this. The Jek technology adapts to damage. If we can figure out how they do that, we could make our ships self-repairing." Amy nodded while studying readings from a Velthari crystal fragment. "The Velthari crystals store massive amounts of energy. If we could power our weapons with these, we could match their firepower." In orbit around Earth, Admiral Lisa Carter was coordinating the most complex military operation in human history. Her ships were not just fighting, they were learning. Every engagement with the alien fleets taught them something new about their enemies. "Admiral, we have completed our analysis of the intercepted communications," reported Major Kate Sullivan from her position at the tactical station. "All 3 alien races have been fighting each other for over 10,000 years. The Velthari and Jek have destroyed entire star systems in their wars. The Mordun have consumed the energy of hundreds of civilizations." Lisa studied the information on her screens. "What brought them all here at the same time?" "Earth, Admiral. Our radio signals have been traveling through space for over 200 years. All 3 races detected them and realized this was a virgin world with a new species to conquer. They all arrived to claim us, but none of them expected the others to show up." Captain Nicole Brooks' voice came over the communication system from where she was leading raids against alien supply lines. "Admiral, I have an idea. The aliens are so focused on fighting each other, they are not paying attention to their rear areas. My squadron has destroyed 3 Jek supply ships and 2 Mordun energy collectors without them even noticing." Lisa felt hope growing in her chest. "How much damage can you do before they realize what is happening?" "Give me 30 ships and I can cripple their logistics within a week," Nicole replied. "These aliens are used to fighting massive fleet battles. They do not know how to deal with small, fast attacks on their support vessels." While Nicole was disrupting alien supply lines, Major Kate Sullivan was leading a different kind of war. Her special forces teams were infiltrating alien ships that had been damaged in the fighting between the 3 fleets. They were learning alien technology by stealing it piece by piece. "We captured a Jek navigation computer," Kate reported during her daily briefing with Lisa. "It contains star charts showing the location of their home worlds and major bases. We also recovered Velthari, shield generators that are still functional." Lisa was amazed at how quickly her people were adapting. "What about the Mordun?" "They are harder to capture anything from because their ships are made of energy, but we have learned how they communicate. They use quantum frequency modulation. If we can jam those frequencies, we can blind their coordination. The breakthrough came when pilot Tracy Miller was testing one of engineer Mia Chen's new fighter designs. The ship combined human engineering with alien technology that Amy Rodriguez had reverse-engineered from captured wreckage. "Admiral, this is incredible," Tracy reported from her test flight. "The Velthari crystal power source gives us 10 times our normal weapon strength. The Zek bio armor adapts to incoming fire. The ship actually learns how to defend itself." Lisa authorized immediate production of 50 new hybrid fighters. Within 2 weeks, humanity had a squadron of ships that could match alien technology. It was not enough to win the war, but it was enough to start evening the odds. The real change came when Dr. Amy Rodriguez made contact with Zarathel of the Velthari Empire. Amy had been studying Velthari communication patterns and realized they valued honor and direct communication. "Commander Zarathel, this is Dr. Amy Rodriguez of Earth. I wish to speak with you under terms of military honor." The response came quickly. Zarathel sounded surprised but interested. "Human scientist, you speak our protocols correctly. What do you wish to discuss?" "We both face the same enemies. The Zek wish to consume us both. The Mordun wish to drain our energy. Perhaps we should consider cooperation rather than mutual destruction." There was a long pause before Zarathel replied. "Your species shows unexpected wisdom. The Zek are indeed a threat to all biological life. The Mordun consume energy from all sources. Perhaps a temporary arrangement could benefit both our peoples." Lisa was listening to the conversation and felt her heart racing. If they could turn one alien fleet against the other two, the odds would shift dramatically in humanity's favor. Meanwhile, Captain Nicole Brooks was proving that human tactics could overcome alien technology. Her hit-and-run attacks had destroyed over 100 alien support vessels. The Zek were starting to run low on biomass for their ship repairs. The Mordun were having trouble maintaining their energy levels. "Admiral, the aliens are getting desperate," Nicole reported after her latest raid. "The Zek are pulling ships back from the front lines to protect their supply convoys. The Mordun are trying to harvest energy from asteroids because we keep destroying their collector ships." Engineer Mia Chen had been working day and night to produce new weapons. Her latest creation was a gravity bomb that could disrupt Mordun energy formations. The first test destroyed an entire Mordun squadron. The aliens adapt quickly to our weapons, but they cannot adapt to their own technology being used against them, Mia explained to Lisa. "Every piece of wreckage we capture gives us new ideas for weapons they cannot defend against." The battle reached a turning point when Zarathel agreed to a formal meeting with Admiral Lisa Carter. They met on a neutral asteroid between Earth and Mars, with both sides bringing small escort fleets. Zarathel was tall and elegant, with skin that looked like living crystal. She studied Lisa with eyes that seemed to contain tiny stars. "Admiral Carter, your species has impressed me. We expected to conquer a primitive world. Instead, we found warriors who adapt faster than any race we have encountered. The Velthari Empire values such qualities." Lisa kept her voice steady, despite the importance of the moment. "Commander Zarathel, humanity values freedom above all else. We will fight anyone who tries to enslave us, but we can work with those who treat us as equals. The Zek and Mordun will never treat any species as equals. They see only food and energy to be consumed. If we combine our forces, we can drive them from this system." Lisa extended her hand in the human gesture of agreement. After a moment, Zarathel reached out and grasped it with her crystal fingers. The first alliance between humanity and an alien race was sealed with a handshake between two military commanders who had learned to respect each other. The war was about to change completely. Admiral Lisa Carter stood beside Commander Zarathel on the bridge of the newly combined human Velthari command ship. The alliance had been active for only 2 weeks, but already the war was changing. Where once 3 alien fleets had threatened, Earth now only 2 remained as enemies. "Admiral Carter, your tactical suggestions have proven most effective," Zarathel said as she studied the battle reports. "The Zek have lost over 300 ships to our combined raids. The Mordun are struggling to maintain their energy reserves." Lisa nodded while watching the main display showing ship positions throughout the solar system. "Your crystal technology has given our weapons the power they needed, Commander. My people are fast learners when their survival depends on it." Dr. Amy Rodriguez had been working with Velthari scientists to understand the communication methods of both enemy fleets. Her breakthrough came when she realized that the Zhek and Morden used different quantum frequencies that could be intercepted and modified. Admiral I can now fake communications from both enemy fleets, Amy reported during the morning briefing. The Zhek think in terms of hive commands. The Morden use collective consciousness signals. If I send the right false messages, I can make them attack each other instead of us. The operation was called Divide, and it started with Amy sending fake Zhek communications claiming that Morden forces were harvesting energy from Zhek bioships. At the same time, she sent false Mordun signals, indicating that the Zhek were developing weapons specifically designed to disrupt energy beings. The response was immediate and violent. Zhek Commander Cassandra ordered attacks on Mordun positions, while the Mordun Collective began targeting Zhek ships for energy absorption. The two fleets that had been slowly advancing on Earth suddenly turned their weapons on each other. Captain Nicole Brooks was leading a combined human-Velthari strike force when the enemy fleets began their mutual destruction. She watched through her ship sensors as Zhek biomissiles tore apart Mordun energy formations, while Mordun gravity weapons crushed Zhek vessels into twisted metal. All ships, this is Captain Brooks. The enemies are doing our job for us. Move in fast and hit their damaged ships before they can recover. She ordered her mixed squadron of human and Velthari vessels. Major Kate Sullivan had been planning the most dangerous mission of the war. Intelligence gathered from captured alien technology had revealed the location of a major Zhek command ship. If her special forces could capture it, they would gain access to the entire Zhek fleet communication network. Admiral permission to launch. Operation Capture, Kate requested during the tactical meeting. Lisa studied the mission plan, knowing it was extremely risky. Kate, you will be taking your team into the middle of a battle zone to board an alien ship filled with creatures that want to eat you alive. Yes, Admiral, but if we succeed, we will have command codes for the entire Zhek fleet. We could turn their own ships against them. Zara Thel supported the mission. Commander Sullivan, your special forces have proven remarkably effective. My Crystal Warriors will provide support for the boarding operation. The attack began at dawn Earth time. Captain Nicole Brooks led the main assault, drawing Zhek defenders away from their command ship, while Kate Sullivan's team approached from the opposite direction in a captured Zhek vessel. The disguise worked perfectly until they were already docked with the command ship. Kate led her team through corridors filled with biomechanical technology that seemed to pulse with its own life. Zhek warriors were insect-like creatures with razor-sharp claws and acidic spit, but human special forces training had prepared her people for close-quarters combat against dangerous opponents. Remember, these things are fast, but they are not used to fighting humans, Kate told her team over their helmet radios. Use your speed and flexibility advantages. The battle through the Zhek command ship was brutal but brief. Human tactics and Velthari crystal weapons proved superior to Zhek biological advantages. Within an hour, Kate's team had captured the bridge and taken Commander Cassandra prisoner. Admiral Carter, this is Major Sullivan. We have control of the Zhek command ship and we have their fleet commander, Kate reported with satisfaction in her voice. Lisa felt a surge of triumph. Outstanding work, Kate. What is the status of their command systems? We have access to everything. Admiral, fleet positions, ship types, crew numbers, supply status, everything. Engineer Chen is downloading their entire database now. While Kate's team was capturing Zhek secrets, pilot Tracy Miller was testing the latest human innovation. Engineer Mia Chen had developed fighters that combined technology from all three alien races plus human engineering improvements. Admiral, these new ships are incredible, Tracy reported from her test flight. Velthari power systems, Zhek adaptive armor, Morden energy shields, and human maneuvering systems. We can outfight anything in space. The tide of battle shifted completely when Lisa implemented her master strategy. Using the captured Zhek command codes, she ordered half their fleet to attack Mordun positions while sending false orders to the other half to retreat to defensive positions. At the same time, Amy Rodriguez used the Mordun communication network to convince them that the retreating Zhek ships were actually advancing for a surprise attack. The result was chaos in both enemy fleets. Zhek ships fired on each other following contradictory orders while Mordun forces attacked both Zhek groups thinking they were all enemies. The space around Mars became a free fire zone where alien ships destroyed each other without any human involvement. "Admiral, the enemy fleets are tearing themselves apart," reported the tactical officer with amazement in his voice. "HFY losses are over 60%. Mordoon energy levels are dropping critically." Zarathel watched the destruction with professional appreciation. "Admiral Carter, your species has a gift for warfare that surpasses even our own. You turn strength against itself until it becomes weakness." Dr. Amy Rodriguez had been monitoring all alien communications throughout the battle. Her analysis revealed something that changed everything. "Admiral, I am detecting massive energy signatures approaching from outside the solar system," Amy announced, urgently. "Multiple fleets are heading this way. The battle noise from our war has attracted attention from other alien races." Lisa felt her blood turn cold. They had just finished dealing with 3 alien fleets, and now more were coming. "How many ships, Amy?" "At least 2,000, Admiral, possibly more. They will arrive within 72 hours. Captain Nicole Brooks had been pursuing fleeing HFY ships when she detected the new alien signatures." "Admiral, these new fleets are different from anything we have seen. The energy patterns do not match HFY Morden or Velthari technology." Lisa made a command decision that would determine the future of Earth. "All human and Velthari ships return to Earth immediately. We need to regroup and prepare for whatever is coming next." Commander Zarathel stood beside Lisa as they watched the scattered remains of HFY and Mordoon fleets fleeing the solar system. "Admiral Carter, your species has achieved something remarkable. You have defeated 3 galactic powers in a matter of months." "We had help, Commander. The alliance with your people made victory possible." "Perhaps, Admiral, but it was human innovation that turned enemies against each other. It was human courage that led boarding actions against superior forces. It was human intelligence that found weaknesses in alien technology." Lisa looked at the reports flooding in from across the solar system. Human and Velthari forces had captured hundreds of alien ships and thousands of prisoners. Earth now possessed technology that put them on equal terms with any galactic power. "Commander Zarathel, we may have won this battle, but the war is just beginning. Those new fleets approaching us could be seeking revenge for what we did to their allies." Zarathel's expression showed something that might have been a smile. "Or, Admiral, they could be coming to seek alliance with the species that destroyed 3 galactic empires in one battle. Word of human tactical genius will spread throughout the galaxy." As the battered human and Velthari fleets regrouped around Earth, Lisa realized that everything had changed. Humanity was no longer a primitive species hiding on one small planet. They were now a galactic power with alien allies, advanced technology, and a reputation for turning impossible odds into victory. The question was whether that reputation would bring them new allies or new enemies. The approaching alien fleets had arrived at the edge of the solar system, and Admiral Lisa Carter was discovering that victory could be more complicated than defeat. Standing in the new combined command center built from human and Velthari technology, she watched as 6 different alien species requested communication with Earth. "Admiral, we are receiving diplomatic signals from all 6 fleets," reported Dr. Amy Rodriguez, who had become Earth's leading expert on alien communication protocols. "They are not demanding surrender. They are requesting permission to enter our system." Commander Zarathel stood beside Lisa, studying the tactical displays with professional interest. "Admiral Carter, word of your victory has spread throughout this region of the galaxy. These species are coming to evaluate whether humanity could be a valuable ally or a dangerous enemy." Lisa felt the weight of responsibility for not just Earth, but for humanity's future among the stars. "What do we know about these new arrivals?" 3 of the fleets are from species that have been fighting the HFY for centuries," Amy explained while pulling up data files. 2 more are former Mordoon targets who survived energy harvesting attacks. The last fleet is from a species that has been at war with the Velthari Empire, but they seem to be requesting a ceasefire. The first formal diplomatic meeting took place on a neutral space station that engineer Mia Chen had designed using technology from all the captured alien fleets. Lisa led the human delegation while Zarathel represented the Velthari. To their surprise, they were joined by Commander Cassandra of the captured HFY forces. "Admiral Carter, I request permission to speak for my remaining people," Cassandra said through the translation device that Amy had developed. The HFY commander had been a prisoner for 2 months, but Lisa had been impressed by her intelligence and gradual understanding of human concepts like mercy and negotiation. "Commander Cassandra, you are here as our prisoner, not as a diplomat," Lisa replied carefully. "Admiral, the HFY coalition is broken. Our fleets are scattered across the galaxy. Our homeworlds are defenseless. But my people could serve in your alliance if you would accept us." Zarathel's expression showed surprise. "The HFY have never requested alliance with any species. You have always taken what you wanted by force." "Commander Zarathel, my people have learned hard lessons. Human tactics defeated us completely. Human mercy has shown us there are alternatives to endless warfare. If we could learn human ways, perhaps the HFY could become something better than we have been." Lisa considered the request while studying the 6 alien fleets waiting outside the solar system. "Commander Cassandra, what would the HFY offer in return for alliance membership?" "Admiral, our biotechnology could enhance human and Velthari ships. Our knowledge of Mordun weaknesses could help defend against energy being attacks. Our star charts show the location of hostile species that threaten this region." The negotiations continued for 3 days while Captain Nicole Brooks maintained security patrols throughout the solar system. Her mixed squadrons of human Velthari and captured alien ships were proving that cooperation between different species could create military advantages that none possessed alone. "Admiral, this is Captain Brooks. I am monitoring all 6 alien fleets, and they are maintaining respectful distances while keeping their weapons powered down. These species are genuinely interested in diplomatic contact. Major Kate Sullivan had been working with Velthari crystal warriors and reformed HFY soldiers to create the first mixed species special forces units. The combination of human tactics, Velthari technology, and HFY biological advantages was producing remarkable results. "Admiral, our joint training exercises are exceeding all expectations," Kate reported during the military briefing. "Human strategic thinking combined with alien capabilities creates force multiplication we never imagined possible. The breakthrough in diplomacy came when Dr. Amy Rodriguez realized that all 6 visiting species had suffered losses to either HFY expansion or Mordun energy harvesting. They were seeking protection as much as alliance. "Admiral, these species are not here to threaten us," Amy explained during the intelligence briefing. "They are here because we demonstrated the ability to defeat the 2 greatest threats in this region of space. They want our protection." Lisa felt the magnitude of what was happening. Earth was being offered the chance to become the center of a galactic alliance based on their proven ability to defend against the worst threats known to local space. "Amy, what would leading such an alliance require from us?" "Military coordination, Admiral. Technology sharing, diplomatic representation, and the responsibility to defend alliance members against common threats." The formal alliance ceremony took place in Earth orbit, with representatives from 9 different species, including humans Velthari and the reformed HFY. Pilot Tracy Miller led the honor flight of mixed species fighters, while engineer Mia Chen demonstrated the latest hybrid technology developments. "Today marks the beginning of a new era in galactic relations," Lisa announced to the assembled diplomats. "This alliance is founded on mutual defense cooperation and the principle that strength comes not from conquest, but from cooperation between different peoples working toward common goals." Commander Zarathel spoke for the Velthari. "The Velthari Empire is proud to stand with humanity in this new alliance. Your species has taught us that true strength comes from turning enemies into allies." Commander Cassandra represented the reformed HFY coalition. "The HFY people offer our loyalty to this alliance and pledge to use our capabilities for defense rather than conquest. We have learned from human example that cooperation achieves more than domination." The celebration was interrupted when long-range sensors detected another massive fleet approaching from deep space. This one was different from all the others, larger, more advanced, and broadcasting identification signals that made several alien diplomats react with fear. "Admiral, that is a hegemony fleet," announced the representative from the Altarian Republic with terror in his voice. "The hegemony has conquered over 1,000 worlds. They have never been defeated in battle." Dr. Amy Rodriguez was analyzing the approaching fleet with growing concern. "Admiral, they have over 5,000 ships. Their technology readings are beyond anything we have encountered. They are broadcasting a demand for immediate surrender of all species in this system." Lisa looked around the diplomatic assembly and saw fear on every alien face except for Zarathel and Cassandra, who were looking at her with expectation rather than terror. How long until they arrive, Amy? 18 hours, Admiral. Lisa made the decision that would define humanity's place in galactic history. All Alliance members will coordinate defense of this system under Earth command. We will not surrender to the hegemony or anyone else. Commander Zarathel nodded with approval. Admiral Carter, the Velthari fleet stands ready. Commander Cassandra clicked her mandibles in what Lisa had learned was the Zhek expression of fierce determination. Admiral, the Zhek bioships are prepared for battle. The representatives from the 6 other species looked at each other with amazement before their senior diplomat spoke for all of them. Admiral Carter, our species have fled from hegemony fleets for generations. No one has ever chosen to fight them. But if humanity leads this battle, we will follow. Lisa felt the weight of responsibility for the lives of billions of beings across multiple worlds, but she also felt the confidence that came from knowing her people and their allies were capable of achieving the impossible. All fleet commanders, prepare for battle. We are about to show the galaxy that this alliance will not be intimidated by any threat, no matter how large or how ancient. The hegemony is about to learn what happens when they threaten Earth and our allies. As the combined fleets took battle positions around Earth, Lisa realized that humanity had become exactly what she had hoped for when the first alien fleets arrived. They were no longer alone in the universe, and they were no longer helpless against galactic threats. Tomorrow would determine whether the Alliance could survive its first real test. 6 months after the Battle of Earth, Admiral Lisa Carter stood in the new Galactic Alliance headquarters, watching ships from dozens of different species arriving for the quarterly defense meeting. The defeat of the hegemony had sent shockwaves. Throughout known space, and now over 30 civilizations wanted to join the alliance that humanity led. Admiral, the Regellian Federation has just confirmed their membership application, reported Dr. Amy Rodriguez, who now held the title of Director of Interspecies Relations. That brings our total membership to 32 species, with more applications arriving daily. Lisa nodded while reviewing the reports from across Alliance territory. The growth had been rapid, almost overwhelming, but it had also brought stability to a region of space that had known only warfare for thousands of years. Amy, what is the status of our former enemies? Commander Zarathel has been promoted to Alliance Fleet Admiral, and her Velthari forces are now the core of our rapid response fleet. Commander Cassandra leads the Biological Sciences Division, and her reformed Zhek are developing new medical technologies that have saved millions of lives. The surviving Morden have agreed to power Alliance space stations in exchange for protection and citizenship rights. Captain Nicole Brooks had been promoted to Alliance Tactical Commander and was leading the largest combined fleet in galactic history. Her ships included vessels from every member species, along with new hybrid designs that engineer Mia Chen had developed by combining the best technology from multiple civilizations. Admiral, we have completed the patrol of the Vega sector, Nicole reported during the morning briefing. No hostile activity detected. The pirates that used to operate there have either joined legitimate salvage operations or fled to unallied space. Major Kate Sullivan now commanded the Alliance Special Forces Academy, where soldiers from different species learned to work together using combined tactics and technology. Her latest graduating class included humans Velthari reformed Zhek and representatives from 12 other Alliance worlds. Admiral, our joint special forces are now capable of operations that no single species could attempt, Kate reported with pride. We have tactical flexibility that our enemies cannot match because they still think in terms of single-species military doctrine. The real measure of their success came from the intelligence reports that pilot Tracy Miller gathered during her reconnaissance missions to non-Alliance space. She now commanded the Alliance Scout Service flying ships so advanced that they could observe hostile fleets without being detected. Admiral, the reports from outside Alliance space are remarkable, Tracy announced during the intelligence briefing. 3 major galactic powers have begun copying our multi-species cooperation model. The hegemony remnants are trying to form their own alliance, but they are having trouble because they are used to ruling through fear rather than cooperation. Dr. Amy Rodriguez had become the galaxy's leading expert on interspecies communication and cultural exchange. Her translation protocols and diplomatic procedures were being used by civilizations that had never been able to communicate effectively before. "Admiral, we have received a formal request from the Galactic Senate for alliance representation," Amy reported with excitement. "They want to recognize us as a major galactic power with voting rights on interstellar law and trade agreements." Lisa felt amazed at how much had changed since those first alien fleets had arrived to conquer Earth. Humanity had gone from a single-planet species to the leaders of the largest voluntary alliance in galactic history. Commander Zarathel entered the conference room with her usual elegant bearing, but Lisa could see satisfaction in her crystalline features. "Admiral Carter, the latest fleet exercises have exceeded all expectations. Our combined task forces can deploy faster and hit harder than anything the old galactic powers possess." Commander Cassandra followed close behind, her mandibles clicking, in the pattern that Lisa had learned indicated enthusiasm. "Admiral, the biotechnology exchange program has produced remarkable advances. Human medical knowledge combined with Zhek biological engineering has created treatments for diseases that have plagued Alliance worlds for centuries. Engineer Mia Chen had established research stations throughout Alliance space where scientists from different species work together on projects that no single civilization could have attempted. Her latest breakthrough was a faster-than-light communication system that allowed instant coordination across the entire Alliance. Admiral, we can now coordinate fleet movements across distances that used to require months of travel time," Mia explained while demonstrating the new communication network. "An attack on any Alliance world can be met with reinforcements from every other member world within hours. The true test of the Alliance came when long-range scouts detected a massive invasion fleet approaching from outside the galaxy. The Devourers were an ancient enemy that consumed entire star systems, leaving nothing but empty space behind them. They had destroyed civilizations that were old when the hegemony was young. Admiral, the Devourer fleet contains over 10,000 ships," reported the senior intelligence analyst with barely controlled fear. "Every species in the galaxy has stories about them. They have never been defeated, only temporarily delayed." Lisa looked around the command center at representatives from dozens of different species, all looking to her for leadership. The weight of responsibility was enormous, but she felt confident in the alliance they had built. "All Alliance members, this is Admiral Carter. The Devourers represent a threat to every living being in this galaxy. We will coordinate the largest combined fleet operation in galactic history. Every species will contribute according to their capabilities. Every world will be defended according to our Alliance Charter." The response was immediate and overwhelming. Fleet Admiral Zarathel mobilized every Velthari crystal ship. Commander Cassandra called up reserve biofleets that had been secretly growing on hidden worlds. The reformed Morden offered to power the largest energy weapons ever constructed. 30 other species contributed everything they had to the common defense. "Admiral, we have assembled over 20,000 ships," reported Captain Nicole Brooks with amazement. "This is the largest fleet in galactic history, and every ship is crewed by volunteers who believe in what we are fighting for." The Battle of the Galactic Rim lasted for 3 days and became legend throughout known space. Alliance forces used tactics that combined the best military thinking from dozens of different species. Human strategic innovation was enhanced by Velthari energy technology, Zhek biological weapons, Morden energy manipulation, and tactical concepts from 30 other civilizations. "Admiral, the Devourer fleet is in full retreat," announced pilot Tracy Miller from her command reconnaissance ship. "They have never faced coordinated resistance from multiple species before. Our combined tactics completely overwhelmed their consumption. Strategies." The victory celebration took place on Earth with representatives from every Alliance world gathering to honor the species that had brought them together. But Lisa knew the real celebration was happening throughout Alliance space, where billions of beings were living in peace and prosperity for the first time in their history. "Admiral Carter," Commander Zarathel said during the formal ceremony, "your species has achieved something that was thought impossible. You have created unity from diversity and strength from cooperation." Commander Cassandra added her own tribute. "Admiral, the Zhek were a species driven by hunger and conquest. Humanity taught us that cooperation feeds the spirit in ways that consumption never could. Dr. Amy Rodriguez had prepared a comprehensive report on the Alliance achievements. Admiral, we now protect over 300 inhabited worlds. Our technology-sharing programs have eliminated poverty on 12 different species' home worlds. Our medical cooperation has eradicated diseases that killed millions. Our educational exchanges have created the first generation of truly galactic citizens who think of themselves as Alliance members first and species members second. Lisa stood before the assembled representatives, feeling proud of what they had accomplished, but also aware that their work was just beginning. 6 months. Ego Earth faced destruction from alien invaders. Today we lead an alliance that has brought peace and prosperity to this entire region of space. But our greatest achievement is not military victory or technological advancement. Our greatest achievement is proving that different species can work together as equals. We have shown the galaxy that diversity is strength and cooperation is more powerful than conquest. The alliance we have built will face new challenges and new threats, but we will face them together. We are no longer separate species competing for resources. We are partners building a future where every world, every culture, and every individual can reach their full potential. As the celebration continued and Alliance ships from dozens of worlds filled Earth's sky, Lisa realized that humanity had found its true calling among the stars. They were not conquerors or explorers or merchants. They were bridge builders, bringing together species that had been enemies and creating something greater than any single civilization could achieve alone. The galaxy would never be the same, and that was exactly what humanity had always been meant to accomplish.